Hi there, you're watching Buy Now Sell Now on ET Now with me Shreyanshi Singh and Srishti Sharma, and over the next 1 hour we get all of your stock related queries answered from both a technical as well as a fundamental perspective. But well, first things first, we've got to take a look at the markets, and Srishti, a good day in trade coming in. All of the sectors clutching on to that shade of green.
Well, yes, Shreyanshi, a very good morning to you and all of our viewers, and it's a great morning coming in for the benchmark indices. Why so? Because it's been quite many days that we have seen such bit of a recovery in the markets, and what we are spotting right now that there's just handful of stocks in the Nifty 50 that are seeing the shade of red as of now, and no stock is having a decline of more than 2% right now. The breadth of the market is very much tilted in the favor of the advances, and it's India Wix that is also seen to be cooling off, and it's down about 5.5%. So all these factors are boding well for all the bulls out here. They seem to be really charged up because it's Nifty 50 that is now not just above that 23,500 mark, but is holding well above 23,700 mark as well. So let's see that whether that crucial support now becomes a resistance of 23,800 or whether we are able to cross that as well. But it's Bank Nifty that is outperforming yet again, because it's more than 500 points of gain that we are spotting on the Nifty Banking Index, and a lot of these banking majors from the likes of Federal Bank, Kotak Mahindra Bank. Other than that, if we talk about SBI, HDFC, all of these counters are lending support for the banking index. But a lot of action in the broader markets as well, because it's Z Entertainment that is one of the top gainers in NSE 500 stocks today, as we know, or of the announcement related to Mr. Podneet Goenka. Other than that, stocks like GMR Airports is also holding strong with a 5% of gain. And all in all, great day coming in for the markets, but a lot of these beaten down names from the likes of defense, railways, some of these PSU counters are seeing great day today. What a move in stocks like PFC, RAC, BPCL, BHEL. The list is long, and indeed great day coming in for the markets. But let me just quickly spot and highlight some of the losers in Nifty 50 right now, because it's HDFC Life that is seeing some bit of a decline in today's trading session. It's almost 1.5% of decline, followed by SBI Life. Other than that, Bajaj Finserv is also down about 1%, but it's Hindalco as well as ICICI Bank that are a bit under pressure, but nothing to worry much as of now. So that's the trade that we are seeing happening in the market, Shreyanshi, but indeed great moves on the benchmark indices.
Well, absolutely, that just about sums it up. It looks like the bulls are all charged up, and that's the kind of move that we have at our hands. But with that, let's also kickstart taking all of your stock related queries, viewers. But before we do that, let's also take a look at the number that you can write to us at. Now remember to write to us with your buy price in case of stocks that you're already invested in, and for stocks that you're planning to invest in, do mention the time horizon that you then have in mind. On your screens, you can see the number flashing where you can write to us. Let's also connect with our guests. Then we have Dhwani Patel, who's the founder at Finversify, joining us, as well as Rajesh Agarwal, head of research at AUM Capital, also joining us. Thank you so much for taking time out and joining us. Let's start taking all of your stock related queries that are already pouring in at this point. And the first one that we have is coming in from Bhaskaran from Chennai, Rajesh. And when you take a look at the query, he has 1,500 shares of NHPC that he purchased at a buy price of 100 rupees. What do you have in mind when it comes to this particular counter? Rajesh? Tell you what, Dhwani, I'm going to come to you with this one. Rajesh, I'm going to come back to you with the next query. For now, Dhwani, what do you make of NHPC then?
A very good morning, Shrishti and Rajesh ji. Now, talking about NHPC in particular over here, in this counter, we are definitely seeing a certain support level working out around 77 to 76.5 levels. And from there, we are seeing the bounce coming in. In fact, the same support levels technically were working out back in March 2024 as well. And the entire year, this level has not been broken. So it's a hold suggestion coming in for this counter from the current levels. Hold on to it, keep a stop loss on the lower side at 76.5. And on the higher side, the bounce that can be expected would be at 90. Given 90 breaks out, the weekly structure also suggests that we can see 95 on this counter.
All right, that's the take coming in on NHPC. Hi Dhwani, a very good morning. And the query that I have for you is coming in on Amara Raja batteries, because Vignesh is already holding 310 shares and his buy price is 1345 rupees. Should he go ahead and average this particular counter, and any near-term targets you wish to highlight for the same?
Okay, so when we're talking about this particular counter, definitely there is a certain dip that we have seen into it, and from there, there has been a rise. And in fact, in today's session, we are seeing that the stock is holding up with a gain of about 4% over here, and the bottom level support that is being formed is around 1225 to 1220 levels. This holding out, the stock will give a rebound on the higher side at 1400 levels. So in my suggestion, hold on to the counter. Keep a strict stop loss on the lower side at 1220 levels, and this can go higher than 1400 given breakout.
All right, so that's about Amara Raja. Dhwani, tell you what, I'm going to come right back to you because we do have Zenat Kausar writing to us from Ranchi. He wants to know about NMDC. Is it a good idea to invest in at the current levels at this point?
Yeah, absolutely. And NMDC has been one of my stocks on radar since quite some time. The stock did give a breakout above its short-term moving averages, also took a support around 200 EMA, and a downward sloping trend line has also given a breakout in it, for which the retesting was done in the recent fall. So multiple cluster of evidences suggest that it's a good buy in the current levels as well. And the stop loss for on the lower side that one needs to maintain is going to be of 215, and given the pattern holds out on the higher side, 250 is what I'm looking up in near-term basis.
All right, that's the take coming in on NMDC. But Rajesh, we have you with us right now. Very good morning, first of all. And the first query that I have for you is coming in from Mohit, writing to us from Ludhiana. He's holding 300 shares of Delhivery. His buy price is 340 rupees. What to do with this particular stock, Rajesh? He wants a long-term view, probably for the next 3 years. So what will be your advice?
Good morning, Shashi, Srishti, Dhwani. Sorry for the technical faults. As far as delivery is concerned, I think one should avoid this counter at this point of time, although the volumes have gone up in this quarter, but numbers are not that exciting. And I feel there might be some more amount of correction due in the stock, maybe around 300 odd levels would be a good level to enter. But at this point of time, it's just wait and watch.
So that's the take coming in as far as delivery is concerned. I'm going to come to you with the next one, Dhwani, because we also have an investor named Anant Humbali writing to us from Karnataka. Wants to know about Dabur India. Now, he does have 1,000 shares, bought at a price of 590 rupees. What do you make of this counter then?
In the recent times, we definitely have seen certain profit taking coming in after the top formation at 670 levels. The stock has not seen any support levels working out for it, and we also saw a gap down coming in this particular counter. In my suggestion, I would suggest that FMCG has seen the worst. If your horizon is for a broader period of time, hold on to this particular counter, given even on the weekly structure, the Dabur is holding out to its trend line support, and this trend line is since 2022 June that is working out in the favor of the stock. So from current levels, even if you're looking out to average, please do the same. And on the higher side, given the bands are sustaining, we will see that the stock revisits 630 levels.
All right then, that's the take coming in on Dabur India. But moving on to the next query, and Rajesh, the next query that I have is coming in on one of the beaten down names, and specifically coming in from the PSU pack. First of all is on BEML, wherein a viewer named Venkat Rao from Visakhapatnam is a senior citizen and a long-term investor. But given the recent correction in BEML, which was close to 25%, and BEL, which was close to 12%. Is this a good level to go ahead and buy these counters, or should he wait for some more dips? And would you advise for a fresh investment here? He wants to stay invested for the next 1 year.
See, if you're ready to wait for 1 year, I would say go buying in a staggered way. Both the counters, both are doing very well. Order book is good as far as BEML is concerned. They're into mining, metro coaches, and both these divisions are doing very well. And when you look at BEL, they are doing good in dip. The only thing these stocks saw correction just because of the exuberant levels which they have witnessed in the recent past. And I would say these stocks have corrected only 25% or 15% of that sort. But if you look at other PSU packs, some of them have created more than 50% too. So these two stocks are very good on fundamentals, having good order book. They have long-term visions. I think there might be some correction because of market condition whatsoever, but for a long-term investor, it's a good buy. One can continue buying in a staggered way.
Continue buying in a staggered way when it comes to those two counters. But time for a very quick breather on the show. When we come back, we'll continue taking all of your stock-related queries. So don't go anywhere. Welcome back. Thank you so much for staying tuned in. Well, let's continue taking all of your stock-related queries. And the next one that we have is coming in from Satya Veni, who's an investor writing to us from Visakhapatnam, wants to know about Glenmark Pharma, Rajesh. He does have 30 shares at a buy price of 1,790 rupees. What do you make of this particular counter then?
To hold, if your funds are low, even you can add. Just correct it just because of market condition. Otherwise, the numbers were good. They have good product pipeline going ahead. And with the way things are moving up in the IT and pharma space, we believe that this sector is going to do well in the near future. So from our side, it's a hold and add.
All right, that's a hold coming in on Glenmark Pharma. But moving on to the next query, and this one is on Coal India. Dhwani, let me take it from you, where Nikhil Sharma from Mumbai is holding 50 shares. His buy price is 420 rupees, very close to the current market price. But when should he go ahead and book profits? Can he hold this for the long term?
Definitely, Shrishti, over here, when you're talking about holding period, the current level at which the stock is trading is a level where the stock had found support multiple times this year. And even on the weekly structure, what we are seeing as is that this level has been holding out well. The stock is definitely stock which is trading below its weekly short-term moving averages. So I would suggest that any bounce that you get in this counter around 440 levels, that is the time you will have to exit out of it. And on the lower side, keep 400 as a stop loss.
That's a take coming in. As far as Coal India is concerned, Rajesh, I'm going to come to you with the next one because we do have N. Tamiziran, who's writing to us from Bengaluru, wants to know about ITD Cementation, is holding on to 45 shares at a buy price of 340 rupees. What do you make of this particular counter then?
A very strong company, good order book, doing very well in infrastructure space. And the best part is Adanis are taking over this company as per media reports. Everything goes in this favor. Continue to hold. If it falls by another 10% from the current market price, it's a buy from our side.
All right, that's the take coming in on ITD Cementation. But Rajesh, I'm coming back to you yet again because Nikhil from Noida specifically wants your view and advice on Edelweiss Financial Services, where he's keen to buy this counter but wants your advice on whether to go ahead or not. His investment horizon is for the next 1 year.
See, there are better spaces into NBFC space or a broking space, I would say. Why go for Edelweiss Financial? Although it's a good company, but then on valuation or growth parameters, we find Geo Financial or a Poonawalla doing better than Edelweiss in the long term. By long term, I mean at least 12 to 18 months or 24 months. So go for those counters where you have better opportunities, I would say, by Geo or a Poonawalla.
And those are the two picks that Rajesh also has in addition to Edelweiss Financial that he's just given us the take on. But Rajesh, I'll tell you what, I'll come right back to you because we do have Venkatarami writing to us from Bengaluru, wants to know about Honasa Consumer. What do you make of this particular counter? Good buy at this point?
It's a white buy. Rather somebody holding should sell. The numbers were pretty bad. Company turned into losses. Now they have come out with a commentary that they're going to change their business model. Inventory problems are there. I think a lot of things are going against this company. And when you find even larger names like HUL and others were lagging in volumes, I don't find any reason to add to Honasa Consumer. It's a white from my side.
that's a white coming in on Honasa consumers, as we know that in the last 2 days there's been a sharp fall in this particular stock. But Rajesh, any IT stock that is looking good to you? Because post the earnings season, what the consensus call was that the investors, fund managers were building on constructive view on the IT space. Are you also building positive view on the IT space, and any stock that you like at this price point for a long-term investment? This query is coming in from Sunita Rai from Bangalore.
See, not only the management commentaries or the results, but the way Fed has gone ahead by cutting 75 BPS in the last 2 months, I think these are positive things for the entire IT space as such, because discretionary spread is going to go up. And especially from the BFSI space, we believe that things are going to be better. Even companies doing well in Gen AI and cloud computing and all are going to do well. Out of the entire space, if I have to choose from the front line, I will go with Infosys or HCL Tech. In a mid-cap space, one can have a look of Intellect Design or of a FSL. That's First Source Solution.
Right, Dhwani, I'm going to come back to you with the next one, because we do have Jay Krishnan writing to us from Kerala, a couple of counters that he's really keeping on his radar at this point. And HAL is the one that is the first one on his list. 4,789 is his buy price, as well as Polycab at 7,210 for the medium term. What do you make of both of these counters then?
Absolutely. HAL is definitely a hold. I mean, given the long-term horizon or even for a medium term, the stock has been taking a support at 200 EMA. And from there, we are seeing that though there is no downfall coming in, there is a lack of momentum that we are seeing. But as soon as the counter on the higher side crosses 4380 mark, we'll see a bounce coming in this particular counter. So it's a hold coming in for HAL. On the lower side, keep the stop loss over at 4,000 levels. And when we're talking about Polycab, definitely yesterday and today's session has seen good buying action coming in on this particular counter. So hold on to this one. And if it's a fresh entry, the entry can be taken at this particular point in time. On the lower side, keep a stop loss at 6225. And on the higher side, given the bounce is sustaining, we will be seeing the price action continuing to 7,300 levels.
All right, that's the take coming in on Polycab India. If this movement sustains, 7,300 is on the cards. But Rajesh, the next query that I have is coming in on Indus Towers, wherein Gautam from Mumbai wants to know, is this a good idea to invest maybe for the next 12 to 18 months? Because just today, the stock is having a good day on the back of a note from Citi. But overall, what's your view, Rajesh, on Indus Towers?
Today is a good day for almost, I could say 90% of the stock, if I'm not wrong. But still, Indus Towers is a good company, no doubt on that. The balance sheet is strong. They're doing very well with the kind of tower they have. And not to forget the kind of 5G being expanded in a country, the tower business is going to do well in the longer run horizon. And after the kind of correction with the stock has witnessed in the last 1.5 months, 2 months, I think it's a good buy at these levels.
Good day and trade coming in for Indus Towers, and a good time to bet on that particular counter as well. But time for a very quick breather on the show. When we come back, we'll take a look at all of your stock related queries. So don't go anywhere. Welcome back. Thank you so much for staying tuned in. Well, let's continue taking all of your stock related queries. And the next one that we have is coming in on Poonawalla FinCorp. Rajesh, I'm going to come to you with this one, because there's a senior citizen who's not mentioned their name, who's writing to us about whether or not he should be booking losses or holding on to this particular counter. Now, he does have 500 shares at an average price of 440 rupees that he's bought for over a year. What do you make of this particular counter? Because he's asking specifically for your advice.
See, in this only, I have recommended Poonawalla Finance as a buy. Still, I would reiterate that it's a buy from my side. The company has been doing very well in the last 4-5 quarters. If you look at the numbers have been growing consistently. AUM has gone up. Everything has gone up. In the recent quarter, there's a second quarter of September, they have booked some losses, and that's why the numbers came into negative. But that's just because of the key cleaning of the balance sheet. I think going ahead in the next 2 years, the company is going to do very well. Somebody holding can continue to hold. If the funds allow, one can even have.
That's the take coming in as far as that particular counter is concerned. But moving on, then Dhwani, I'm going to come to you because Chandrasekharan, writing to us from Chennai, wants to know about Birlasoft. Now he's holding on to 100 shares. Buy price is 705. Can he continue to hold on for the next 6 months, or what do you have in mind for this one then?
Absolutely. The counter has definitely seen a certain stagnation in terms of the momentum, and the current price that where it is trading at seems very comfortable to me, given that again the stock has been testing its support level over here at 540 odd levels, and from there we have seen bounce couple of times into the past. Where earlier we have seen that the stock took a support at these levels and gave a bounce till 760. Though the momentum on the higher side of the bounce sustaining is definitely reducing. So in my suggestion, one can hold on to it. Any bounce that you get over here around 625 levels, that is the exit for you.
All right, then that's the take coming in on Birlasoft. But Rajesh, the next query that I have is coming from Subramaniam from Chennai, and he wants to invest in insurance stocks. And his query is, which is the most attractive bid at current market price, maybe for the next 1 year investment horizon?
See, there are a lot of bets in insurance with that have been doing well, and after the corrections, the valuations have become attractive. But if I have to choose one for a longer term horizon, it would be LIC, of course, because with 62-63% market share, then the kind of new products they are launching, the kind of numbers they have been doling out, the AUM is even larger than the entire AUM of the entire mutual fund industry. I think this is one of the bets which one can have for a longer term horizon. By longer term, I mean at least 2 years. And we have a price target of around 1200 odd rupees in the next 2 years. So yes, I would suggest LIC, and the other one would be HDFC Life. These two are the insurance picks which I can recommend at this point of time.
All right, then the next one that we have is coming in from Akhil, who's writing to us from Delhi, and this query really just packs 4 counters, Dhwani and Rajesh. So I'm going to come to you with the first two, Rajesh. Tata Motors and Tata Technologies are the ones that Akhil is asking about. What do you make of these 2 counters then?
See, Tata Motors, it's a wait and watch at this point of time. I would say let's wait for one more quarter number. It has corrected quite a lot, but still it's on a higher side of valuation. Somebody holding can continue to hold. As far as Tata Tech is concerned, it's buy from a side. The company is doing very well. Previously, it was concentrated on a few clients, rather only Tata, I would say, but the client list has gone up. They are coming out with new products. The company is doing well. Somehow it has not performed in the last 1 year after the listing. But we believe the kind of numbers it has, by the kind of product profile it has, it can go up to 1200 odd rupees in the next 2 years. So one can add Tata Tech at this point of time. For Tata Motors, I would say wait for some time. Somebody wanting to put money in auto pack, Hyundai is a better bet.
Right, so Rajesh likes Hyundai at current market price. But moving on to the next one, and Dhwani, what's your take coming in on IDFC Limited, wherein Parth, writing to us from Punjab, is holding 200 shares. His buy price is 123 rupees. He is indeed at some loss in this one, but what's the outlook?
Absolutely. The outlook in this particular counter for my side technically is on the lower side, given that the stock is not sustaining the higher levels, and every time we are seeing that the resistance levels are shifting on the lower side. In the recent time also, the stock has been trading above below its short-term EMAs, and from current level, given the 105 breaks, we'll be seeing a further fall coming in this counter, which can go up to 98 rupees. So double digits is where I see this stock coming in. So in my suggestion, it's an exit.
So that's an exit take coming in on that particular counter. But tell you what, let's also go across to Rajesh. Tell us about Waaree Energies and what you make of this particular counter, because there's an investor who's not really mentioned his name, but he wants to know if he can add this to his portfolio at the current price then.
Yes, one can add. The numbers have been good. Valuations are attractive. The kind of expansion they have announced looks exciting. Maybe a target of 3,400 in the next 6 months is quite possible. One can add.
That's the day coming in on Waaree Energies, but after the earnings today, the stock is a bit under pressure. But moving on to the next query then, and this query that I have is coming in on two of the IT names. And Dhwani, if you can help Renuka from Kerala, who's already holding TCS for the past 1 year and buy prices 3,960 rupees, what to do this one, and will that be a good strategy to like make the switch to Infosys now?
Definitely hold on to TCS over here, given that the stock is maintaining on the weeklies its higher high and higher low formation. It's adhering very nicely over here at 50 period EMA, and since last 1 year, we've definitely seen the growth coming in this counter. There is more further upside left in this one, and from current levels also, given the kind of attraction we are seeing over here on the weekly charts and the stock adhering to its short-term EMAs, you'll see 4,500 coming in on this one. As far as Infosys is concerned, if you have extra funds that you can put into it, then it's a good time to move part into this one as well, or make fresh investments in this counter. And given for the current fresh investments on the lower side, the stop loss that you need to maintain is going to be of 1,700, and on the higher side, given 1990 breaks, you'll see further upside coming in.
Alright, and further upside on the cards for TCS, 4,500 in sight as far as Dhwani's view is concerned. But time for a very quick breather on the show. When we come back, we'll continue taking all of your stock related queries, so don't go anywhere.
Welcome back to Buy Now Sell Now, and let's keep it going with all your stock related queries there. And Rajesh, we always talk about long-term investment and the kind of returns that we generate out of it, and one such great example is coming in from Mr. N. Ramesh, who is writing to us from Hyderabad. Will you believe that he's been holding the shares of Gujarat Gas since the IPO time? He says that his buy price is just 40 paise as of now, where he is already holding 5,000 shares. So he's indeed made like great money, and what a conviction that he has shown in this particular company. But Rajesh, as we know that there's been a recent development with the kind of APM gas allocation and the cuts there, and Gujarat Gas was also feeling the heat. So he's a little bit concerned right now what to do with this particular investment and wants your advice, Rajesh. So what will be your view on Gujarat Gas and with this investment?
See, this gentleman's story only gives one single sentence, that the conviction and long-term investment, these are the two parameters for making wealth, I would say, the stock market. And the gentleman has done that. As far as Gujarat Gas is concerned, yes, there were concerns regarding that APM cut for 2 consecutive months, I would say, and that a big blow to the entire gas industry. And we have seen the kind of cut these stocks have seen in the last few days. So I think there might be some more amount of cuts going forward in the market price. But as far as I understand, Gujarat Gas is more into the industrial side, and that would be more affected by the kind of problems which the other two players are going to feel. So going forward, I think Gujarat Gas is going to recover. Moreover, they will be able to pass on their price hikes to the end consumer, and that would be a good thing to happen. But these things will take some time. Before that, there would be some pain. So I would say, since you are a very long-term investor and you are still not in need of any funds, continue to hold.
Some pain in store for Gujarat Gas, but shouldn't deter long-term investors? That's the take coming in from Rajesh. Dhwani, I'm going to come to you with the next one, because we do have Siddharth writing to us from Bengaluru. Wants to know about a couple of counters, actually. PCBL as well as Emami are the ones that he has on his list as well. He wants to know if this is a good time to enter at this point.
PCBL first over here, and in this particular counter, definitely the stock has seen a certain base formation which has been acting out around 375 to 380 odd levels. From that, we are seeing certain bounce coming in, but still yet the confirmation of the trend over here cannot be seen. So as of now, I would suggest keep it up on your radar, but as the stock moves higher above its short-term moving averages, that's the right time. And the similar view I have for Emami as well. Definitely, the stock is seeing certain support over here at 600 levels, but then again, confirmation in terms of the technical chart over here is missing for this one as well. Any move over here in this counter above 650 is where you should be taking up buy entries.
That's the take coming in on both of these names. But Rajesh, the next query is coming in from a viewer. He didn't mention his name, I guess, but he wants an advice on Raymond's because during the news flow that there's been an unrest in Bangladesh and these textile companies are expected to like benefit out of it. He purchased the shares of Raymond during that time and his buy price is 2,147 rupees. Rajesh, what's your view coming in on Raymond's? Would you be able to advise him like what to do now out of this?
Hold, I would say. Yes, this Bangladesh factor is going to help the entire textiles piece as such. And not only Raymond, but other companies too are going to be benefited. And the unrest in Bangladesh, I don't think it's going to be over in the near future, if not in a longer term horizon, because the kind of developments that are going place there. Textile industry, the entire pack is going to do well. Not only Raymond, one can even have a look at other names like AB, Arvind, or Vardhaman Textile. These are good names in the entire pack. Continue to hold.
Then some alternatives for our investor there coming in from Rajesh. Rajesh, I'm going to come back to you with the next one because we also have Mayank writing to us from Bengaluru, wants to specifically know your take on this particular counter. Trent is the one that he's looking at. He wants to know at this point, what's your long-term view? Is it overvalued at this point or is it fairly valued in price at this point?
See, overvalued, yes. I would say at this point of time, the kind of run-up the stock has witnessed in the last 3-4 months, it was phenomenal. But the kind of prospect this company has, the kind of store addition it's going to do, it's been doing in the recent past, I think the company is going to do well in the longer term. At this point of time, somebody holding can continue to hold, but adding at this point of time would be a risky affair, I would say. Overvalued, yes, fundamentals are good. Wait for some more amount of correction to enter.
Right, wait for some correction to enter in stock like Trent. But Dhwani, the next query is coming from Subramaniam from Visakhapatnam and he wants your take on Jio Financial Services. He's holding 30,000 shares, Dhwani, and his buy price is 270 rupees. He's been holding the stock for the past 1 year. What to do, hold or sell?
Definitely hold on to this counter. The stock is seeing certain loss of momentum, but when you're looking up at the daily structure, there is also a support level around his buy price, which is at 295. From there, we are seeing the bounce coming in this one. Given it moves above the 330 levels on closing basis, we'll be seeing this one sustaining 385 is what I'm looking up in short term, but given a long-term perspective that one has in this counter, the Fibonacci level suggests that 409 to 430 is where the stock should see its next levels over a period of year and a half.
So that's the take coming in as far as Jio Financial Services is concerned. Dhwani, I'm going to come back to you with the next one because we do have Professor Chalam writing to us from Kurnool in Andhra Pradesh. Wants to know about SBI. 500 shares is what he's holding on to at a buy price of 856. Do you think 1,000 is something that can be achieved for this particular counter?
No, why not? Definitely, the counter is there over here, and PSUs have been in focus from my side since some time. And with the bounce coming in the index on the Bank Nifty side, PSUs are going to be in focus for next couple of months. And in this one, I'm seeing that a stop loss of 780 should work out perfectly well for this one. And on the higher side, given 890 is taken out, we will be seeing 4 digits soon.
That's the take coming in on SBI, 4 digits soon coming in for this counter. But Rajesh, the next query is coming in from Raj from Pune. And he's been holding 6,000 shares of AB Capital. His average price is 173 rupees. And he too is a long-term investor, Rajesh, but not all investments give you great returns because he's been holding this for the past 7 years. Rajesh, he is highlighting that he is frustrated by the low returns. What's your view coming in on AB Capital?
I understand the kind of frustration it gives when everybody is gaining money, every other stock is moving up and your stock is not moving. But still, I would say AB Capital is a good company with good lots of products and it's doing very well. And it's time it starts moving up once the market condition improves. And I hope 2 days of move continues for some more time. But still, coming to AB Capital, the numbers have been good. The company is doing very well. Asset quality is good. Continue to hold.
That's a whole recommendation coming in on AB Capital. I'm going to come back to you, Dhwani, with the next one because Suresh Nair is writing to us from Hyderabad. Wants to know about the 10 shares that he's holding on of Interglobe Aviation. What do you make of this particular counter then?
Definitely, the stock has seen a support level in the recent time where the 3800 level was not being broken out on the lower side, and from there we are seeing buying action coming in over here. So it's a hold coming in, keeping a stop loss on the lower side at 3800, and on the higher side 4330 is very important for Indigo to break out. Given that breakout is sustaining, we'll see 4825 soon. Weekly chart structure also is over here promising, given that the stock since the 2023 earlies has not broken below its 50 period EMA, and from the same level we are seeing support working out for long-term basis. So yes, hold on to it.
That's a hold coming in on Interglobe Aviation. That was the stock that we were talking about. But moving on to the next query, and Rajesh, this query is from Ramesh from Coimbatore, holding 1,000 shares of NBCC. His average buy price now stands at close to 123 rupees. Rajesh, what's your view coming in on this one? And also if you can advise him on IDFC First Bank. He's been holding 4,000 shares. Buy price is 85 rupees. What's your view on this counter as well?
See, as far as NBCC is concerned, it's a good company in the realty space. I would say one of the unique companies with almost no debt, having good order book, what's on a government-based company, so it's gets government order very easily. But at this price of time, buying new would be advisable. Somebody holding can continue to hold. We have a target of 110, 115 in the next 6 to 9 months. And the other one you said was?
The other one is IDFC First Bank. Yeah, quickly if you can help us.
Yeah, I would say book profit on every rise because I don't think this counter is going to go anything beyond maybe the next 6 to 9 months. So try to exit, switch to maybe some other names like HDFC Bank or Bank of Maharashtra.
All right, then. Thanks for that take coming in on IDFC First Bank as well, Rajesh. But with that, thank you so much, Dhwani, as well as Rajesh, for taking time out and answering all of the stock-related queries that our viewers had.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.